Hi, Dave Fries here. Look, it's an honor to be named as an executor or trustee. Somebody trusted you enormously with their personal affairs. But what many executors and trustees don't realize is that once they start to act, they're exposed to a lot of personal liability, and that the job can be much harder than people expect or understand. I'll give you a couple of examples, but one of the things that you can do is be sure to order our book, The 10 Most Common Mistakes Executors Make and How to Avoid Them. That's going to walk you through the process. Also, if you are an executor and you have further questions, we have about a 13-page report for Pennsylvania executors on exactly what it is that you need to do and the order that these things need to be done. For example, executors need to quickly gather together all of the asset information regarding the estate. They have to take measures to safeguard it and to make sure that it's insured appropriately. They've got to identify debts and to determine if they are actually appropriate and enforceable debts before they pay them. Some of the most common mistakes executors make, though, are probating the wrong will, misunderstanding a will and make distributions under a will that's not really the controlling document, or often in an attempt to make distributions early, trustees and executors will give out money to the wrong people, or only to find out that there's additional taxes due or debts and that they gave out too much money. When that happens, you could be personally liable for those funds from the creditors that were owed the money. And it can be very, very difficult to recover those funds from the beneficiaries of the estate. And very, very difficult if you've given some beneficiaries too much money to get it back. My point here is, before you undertake this job, make sure that you go through it with somebody who's going to identify for you a very detailed checklist of what has to be done, and make sure you're clear on who's going to do what aspects of that. Is the accountant going to do things? Are you going to file the return? Is the lawyer going to do things? Are there paralegals that will take particular actions? There are a number of steps that need to be taken in any estate, and of course some estates are way more complicated than others. It's much easier for an executor to administer an estate that consisted of an apartment where you're just giving up the lease and 5 CDs where there's only 2 beneficiaries than it is for that same executor to deal with 12 pieces of real estate and 23 different beneficiaries. So you have to really understand what it is that you've got to do before you commence the process. And I'm telling you that the resources that we have available for you, if you're an executor or trustee, are going to help to walk you through that process so that you do understand it. You do understand your liability exposure and your personal risks before you undertake this. I hope that you have success in your estate or trust administration. Take care. Have a great day.